Sitting down feels like rest, but for the muscle that keeps your blood flow alive, it's the most dangerous thing you'll do all day, and most men over 55 have no idea it's even happening. There's a second heart in your body, and right now, while you're sitting, it's switched off. Stay with me, because by the end of this, I'm going to show you a 30-second self-test you can do right there in your chair to see how well yours is actually working. Let me explain what I mean by a second heart, because this is the part that changed how I think about my own day. Your heart up in your chest does an incredible job pushing blood down to your legs. Gravity helps it on the way down, but getting that blood back up, out of your feet, your calves, your thighs, all the way back to your chest, that's working against gravity the whole way. Your heart can't do that part alone, so your body has a backup pump. It's the big muscle in your calf. Every time that calf muscle contracts, when you walk, when you shift your weight, even when you tap your foot, it squeezes the deep veins in your leg and pushes blood upward back toward the heart. There are little one-way valves in those veins that keep it from sliding back down. That calf muscle is so important to your circulation that doctors and physiologists have literally nicknamed it the second heart. And here's the catch. That second heart only works when the muscle is moving. The moment you sit down, it goes quiet. It stops squeezing. The pump shuts off. Now think about how a normal day actually looks. Coffee and the news in the morning. Sitting. Drive somewhere. Sitting. Lunch. Sitting. Afternoon at a desk or in front of the TV. Sitting. Dinner, then the recliner for the evening. Sitting. For a lot of men over 55, that's 10, 11, 12 hours a day, with the second heart basically turned off. And honestly, I was one of them. I used to think, because I wasn't a smoker and I went for the occasional walk, I was fine. I wasn't really paying attention to all the hours in between. So what happens during those hours? When the calf pump is off, blood doesn't get pushed back up efficiently. It pools. It sits in your lower legs and feet. Circulation through the whole lower half of your body slows down, and slow, pooling, stagnant blood is exactly the opposite of what healthy vessels want. But here's where it connects to the thing this channel is really about: your vitality, your firmness, your performance, your blood flow where it matters. And I want you to follow this closely, because the part most men get wrong comes right here. Firmness and strong performance are, at their core, a blood flow event. They depend on healthy, flexible blood vessels that can open up and let a strong rush of blood in when it's needed. What lets those vessels open is a molecule called nitric oxide. Your body makes it in the lining of your blood vessels, a thin, delicate layer called the endothelium. Nitric oxide is the signal that tells the vessel walls to relax and widen. Now here's the key. Nitric oxide release isn't just chemical, it responds to flow. When blood is moving briskly across that vessel lining, the lining is stimulated to produce more nitric oxide. Good circulation literally feeds the system that keeps you firm and capable. But when you sit for hours and that second heart is off, flow goes sluggish, and that healthy stimulation drops off too. And it gets more pointed than that. The vessels that supply performance down there are small, much smaller than the big ones feeding your heart. Small vessels show damage and sluggish flow first. This is the thing I really want you to hear. Trouble with circulation below the belt is very often an early warning sign of your overall vascular health, sometimes showing up years before anything shows up with the heart. So slow flow down there isn't just an inconvenience. It can be the first messenger telling you the whole system needs attention. Most men ignore that messenger. You're not going to. So what do we do about it? The good news is the second heart is incredibly responsive. You don't need a gym, you need movement, and you need it often. Research on sitting suggests it's not one long workout that undoes the damage, it's frequency. Short, regular movement breaks that switch the pump back on before the blood ever gets a chance to pool. Here's what I personally do, and what I gently suggest. Set something to nudge you about every 30 to 45 minutes. When it goes off, just stand up. That alone re-engages those leg muscles. Then do calf raises. Rise up onto the balls of your feet slowly and lower back down. 10 or 15 of those. You'll feel the calf squeeze. That squeeze is the pump firing. or take a 2-minute walk to the kitchen, around the room, up and down the hallway. The point isn't intensity. The point is waking the second heart up over and over throughout the day, so flow never goes stagnant for long. And on that ear, supporting healthy circulation and nitric oxide from the inside matters too. There's a natural blood flow support I personally like for this. I left it in the description if you ever want to look into it. No pressure at all, just something I find useful alongside the movement. Now, the self-test I promised. Let's actually do it together, right now. Sit normally, the way you've been sitting. Reach down and press 2 fingers gently on the top of your foot, or just behind the ankle bone, and feel for the pulse there. Notice how strong or faint it feels. Now stand up. Do 20 slow calf raises, up and down. Feel that squeeze. Then sit back down and feel that same spot again. For most men, that pulse comes back noticeably stronger and warmer after the calf raises. That difference you just felt? That's your second heart coming back online. Proof, in your own body, in 30 seconds, of exactly what we've been talking about. If you felt very little down there even after moving, that's not a reason to panic. It's just useful information, a sign your lower body circulation deserves some daily attention. So let's close the loop we opened at the start. Sitting isn't restful for your circulation. It's the off switch for the one muscle that keeps blood climbing back up against gravity. Keep it off for 10, 12 hours a day, and flow goes sluggish, nitric oxide drops, and the small vessels that matter most for your firmness and vitality are the first to feel it. But you've also just proven how fast you can switch it back on. Stand often. Move your calves. Feed the system. That's it. And like I mentioned, if you want to check out the natural blood flow support I use myself, it's down in the description, only if you're curious. You've got more control over your circulation than anyone ever told you, and it starts with something as simple as standing up. Take care of that second heart, and it'll take care of a whole lot more than your legs. Just a reminder, this is general education, not medical advice. So for anything specific to your health or any medication you take, talk with your doctor before making changes. I'll see you in the next one.